Right now, you're holding a $1,000 piece of technology that is actively picking your pocket. I'm not talking about the physical price of the phone, your data plan, or the insurance you pay every month. I'm talking about a much more sinister, invisible, and calculated drain that is costing the average student or creator at least $400 every single month, hidden losses. If you're between the ages of 16 and 25 and you feel like you're constantly grinding, constantly busy, but your bank account stays flat and your goals feel like they're moving further away, you need to pay very close attention to what I'm about to say. This isn't just about money. This is about the psychological architecture of the digital world, designed by some of the smartest engineers on the planet, specifically to keep you broke, distracted, and stuck in a loop of almost succeeding. I realized this was happening to me a few months ago when I was staring at my screen at 3 a.m. I was exhausted from a full day of what I called work, only to realize I hadn't actually produced anything of value. I was just a ghost in the machine, and I was paying for the privilege of staying there. Think about your typical Tuesday. You wake up, and before your eyes are even fully open, before you've even processed the fact that you're awake, you're checking notifications. You see a creator who's more successful than you, or a classmate who seems to have their life together, and boom, your dopamine is fried before you even hit the shower. That's the first leak. But the real theft? It's deeper than a bad mood. It's the three different $14.99 subscriptions you forgot to cancel 3 months ago. Maybe it's a fitness app from that one week you were motivated in January. Maybe it's a photo editor you used once for a single thumbnail. Maybe it's a language app you haven't opened since you thought you were going to learn Spanish last summer. Cancel them. All of them. There is a psychological effect called the sunk cost fallacy, but most of the time these companies bank on your forgetfulness. That's $30 to $50 back in your pocket immediately. The real transformation happens when we move from the wallet to the clock. Now, I want you to look at your screen time. Don't look away. Don't tell yourself, oh, it was a busy week. Look at the pickups section. This is the real metric of your addiction. How many times a day are you grabbing that device? If it's over 100, you're in a state of constant context switching. Every time you pick up your phone to check a text while you're studying, it takes your brain an average of 23 minutes to get back into a state of deep focus. If you do that 4 times an hour, you are literally never working at 100% capacity. You're operating at a 40% discount on your own intelligence. That's where the creator burnout comes from. You feel like you're working all day, but you're actually just vibrating between distractions. The invisible drain isn't just stealing your money. It's stealing the version of you that is actually capable of making 10 times that amount. It's stealing your flow state, which is the only place where high-value work actually happens. Think about the school stress you're feeling or the burnout you're experiencing. A lot of it isn't caused by the work itself. It's caused by the friction of trying to do the work while your brain is being pulled in 10 different directions. We've become a generation that is always on but never present. We are reachable at any second, which means we are never truly free to create. This is why you see creators failing to stay consistent. They start with a great idea, but by the time they get to the editing phase, they've already spent 8 hours responding to comments, checking analytics, and scrolling through their competitors' feeds. Their creative energy has been drained by the device that was supposed to help them build their brand. The phone is a portal to everyone else's demands, and until you close that portal, you will always be a passenger in your own life. The fix isn't some extreme digital detox where you throw your phone in a lake and go live in a cabin. That's a fantasy. We live in the real world, and for our generation, the phone is our office, our classroom, and our connection to the world. The fix is what I call systematic reclamation. It's about setting up guardrails so the phone works for you, not the other way around. Tonight, I want you to do 3 tiny things that will feel weird at first, but will change your life within 48 hours. First, move every single social media app off your home screen and into a folder on the last page of your phone. Label that folder something boring like utilities or time wasters. Make it annoying to find them. Break the muscle memory. When you unlock your phone, you shouldn't see TikTok or Instagram immediately. You should see a blank screen or a productivity app. You want to make the bad habit hard and the good habit easy. Second, and this is the most important one, turn off every single notification that isn't from a real living human being. No likes, no reminders from apps, no trending alerts, and definitely no news updates. If it's not a text from your mom, your partner, or your boss, you don't need a buzz in your pocket. Every notification is an invitation for someone else to steal your attention. By turning them off, you are reclaiming your right to decide when you want to look at your phone. Third, set a focus mode that triggers automatically at 8 p.m. No more late night binging. This is when your brain starts to repair itself. This is when you stop being a consumer and start being a human. Late night scrolling is the most expensive thing you do because it ruins your sleep, which ruins your next day, which ruins your week. It's a compounding interest of failure. Imagine what happens in 30 days if you actually stick to this. You've saved $50 in dead subscriptions. You've reclaimed at least 2 hours of peak focus time every single day. That's 60 hours a month. Let's do the math on that. If you're a student, that's the difference between a C and an A. Because you're actually studying with 100% of your brain. If you're a creator that's 4 high-quality videos you actually had the energy to finish and edit properly. At even a basic freelance rate of $20 an hour, that's $1,200 of value you just created out of thin air. The reason most people stay broke and miserable in 2026 isn't because there's no opportunity. We are living in the most opportunistic time in human history. The problem is that most people are too distracted to see it. They're too busy comparing their chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. They're too busy scrolling through lifestyle content to actually build a lifestyle worth living. But you're different. You're still here, you're still listening, and you're ready to actually change the math. This isn't about being a monk or being perfect. It's about being a professional. It's about deciding that your future is worth more than a 15-second clip of a cat dancing or a stranger's vacation photos. You have the tools, you have the system, and now you have the awareness. The drain only stays invisible if you refuse to look at it. Once you see it, you have a responsibility to fix it. I want you to think about the invisible drain like a leak in a boat. You can row as hard as you want, you can have the best oars in the world, and you can have a perfect map of where you want to go. But if there's a hole in the bottom of, I know the feeling of procrastination guilt, where you spend the whole day doing nothing but feel more tired than if you'd worked 10 hours. By the time you get to the stuff that actually matters, your dreams, your account is empty. You're overdrawn. And the worst part is the tech companies are the ones collecting the interest. But here is the transformation. When you reclaim your attention, you regain your power. You start to see things differently. You notice that the stress you felt about your exams was actually just the anxiety of not having started them. You notice that the burnout you felt as a creator was actually just the boredom of copying everyone else. When you sit in the silence of your own focus, the best ideas start to come. The invisible drain stops, and the invisible gain begins. This is where you find the energy to wake up early. This is where you find the discipline to say no to things that don't serve you. This is where you actually start to become the person you've been pretending to be on social media. So here is the challenge. I don't want you to just watch this and feel motivated. Motivation is a scam. It lasts 10 minutes. I want you to take action right now. Go into your settings. Kill the ghosts. Move the apps. Set the focus mode. This is the boring work that makes the exciting life possible. Tomorrow morning, don't touch your phone for the first 30 minutes after you wake up. Just 30 minutes. No news, no texts, no scrolling. Just you and your thoughts. See how much clearer your head feels. See how much more ready you are to tackle the stuff that actually matters. See how much more rich you feel when you aren't starting your day by giving your attention away for free. We're going to level up together one tiny habit at a time. The 2026 version of you, the one who is actually successful, actually focused, and actually in control of their finances, is waiting on the other side of these small, annoying choices. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.